I mean, you're dropping. That's a gym alert again. Yeah, I got to get a button on here to press, so just like it rains down when people say stuff like that. I mean, I think really, yeah, you really hit it on the head. We have this time to really think inside, think about what's really important. And I was on the phone, and I'm gonna shout her out just a couple minutes ago with Kim Hampton, who played in the WNBA, and we were just talking about some of this time here, and really we were talking about, well, what is it giving us? And I'm like, time with our family. We're thinking about things that we didn't think about before. I was telling her that in the last 8 weeks, I've only bought a ring light. That's the only thing I've purchased besides food. And when, 8 weeks ago, you would have told me I needed all these things and I need to buy. And right now, I haven't bought anything and I'm fine. Look at that. It's possible.
I would out to the viewers out there if I can. So if you would put this in the back of your brain this week, think about something that you've been really wanting to do, something that like you're passionate about, that you've always had on your list, and maybe you told yourself, I can't do it. I'm too old. It's too late. I have too many kids. I don't have time. I have to build. I'm working too much. I want you to think about something that you really have been like squashing down in your soul, but have always wanted to do it. And I want you to get up and manifest yourself doing it and do it. You're not too old. It's never too late. Age does not matter. We're all timeless beings. It really doesn't matter. We're in a different world, And another thing that I'd like to talk about, if it's okay with you, is how we start our day. A little bit of our morning routine, because I think it's important that in the work world, from what I understand, a lot of my friends are in like the corporate world, and I have my own business, so I guess I'm in a different type of corporate world. And I hear a lot of people complaining about they get up and their day is immediately for somebody else. Like if they get into they wake up and they make their kids breakfast and they get on the train or whatever it is when we're on the train, and then they just go into their work field and they're not like giving that little precious time for themselves to start the day with that quiet serenity. Because there's a saying, there's like if there's a wishing well, and the well is filled up with water, if you fill up your own cup, with water first, then it'll be overflowing to give to everybody else. And I did my yoga training. So I'm also a certified yoga teacher. If anybody needs yoga lessons. And one of the things that I learned, one of the powerful things that I learned with yoga and my training was to start your day off with, if you can, with 10 minutes of meditation. So I love you too, Billy. One of the things that I do, and I would love everybody to give this a try. Maybe we can even do a whole thing on this one day, because I think it's fascinating. 10 minutes before you do everybody else, before you go to, even if you can, before you go to your kids, your spouse, your work, if you could just take 10 minutes to sit quietly and just try to breathe in and breathe out and meditate. Something. I made a little altar. Let me see. I hope I can flip the screen without. Maybe I can do it this way. So I don't know if you can see it, but I have this little altar, and it says like focus on the powerful, euphoric, magical, beautiful parts of life. This is the remover of obstacles, and I have a Buddha, and I have just like some things up, a picture of me and my mom, and whatever it is that inspires you. And it's just something that I do. I sit and I just try to manifest something positive I pray for people. I try to, even during this COVID thing, I've been taking just the 10 minutes to just breathe in, all the good energy, and breathe out all the struggle and the fear and all the people that are suffering,
Right.
And I think if we could start our day with just 10 minutes of stillness, there's a lot of apps for that. And it's not thing. There's the Calm app, there's Calm apps, there's meditation, free meditation apps where you can just sit and breathe. And it really just puts us on this like higher vibration. And another thing is journaling. I know it sounds silly. A lot of people are like, oh, I'm not great at journaling. But there's a book called The Artist's Way. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I haven't. The Artist's Way. I'm writing it down now.
It's an old book by Julia Cameron. It's a 12-step program in rediscovering your creativity. And she talks about how people are they're not blocked. Like, they just think they're blocked. Again, we have this thing in this story in our head that, you know, we're too old and it's too late and we don't have time, but we really do. We do. And especially now, we have it. We have it. And if we can just sit and journal, like a few pages of stream of consciousness is what she says, that's almost like therapy. You just get out. You just get out like what's inside of you. I know for the longest time I was journaling, I want to take piano lessons. I want to take piano lessons. I want to take piano lessons. Finally, one day,
You took piano lessons.
Oh, how do I do that? Back to corporate. How do I flip it back to corporate? Wait, hang on.
No, you have it right. It's yep. The other way was
Got better
perfect.
like this?
Yeah, the other way you had it was perfect. Then we can see the Funkytown. There you go. Yep, yep, perfect. Yeah,
and technology people.
Hey, it's okay. I've seen newscasts where they're adjusting the cameras on the fly. So it's everyone's figured out this.
The next class that I need to take is a technical class.
Go to Coursera.
A 10-minute meditation and journaling. You know, just a little, even if it's just really quickly. She says 3 pages of stream of consciousness, because what ends up happening is what's inside of you, it keeps coming out on the paper. Like blah, 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 blah. And it could be, you know, I just need to get my laundry done. Like, it could be as simple as that. Like, oh, gotta get this laundry done. But eventually, I feel like our hopes and dreams come out. Like, I really wanted to write that book. I really wanted to start that project. I really wanted to take that piano lesson. I wanted my kids to sign up for this class. Whatever, it's something that's inside of you. And eventually, it's like we're our own therapist. Like I said, we end up doing it, trying something. And that's kind of one of the things that happened with this, with the Berkeley classes, was I was like telling myself I need to do something. And then a friend of mine told me that he joined. And I was like, okay, like, let me do this. So I think our morning routine of just a little bit of meditation, I can send you some of these tools too on making the nice thing about making an altar. It's just like a little something that inspires you, maybe a little something, sayings, quotes, stones, whether it's a picture of Jesus or it's a picture of Buddha, or maybe it's all of them, or you know, just something that makes you feel good. So a picture of your kids, a picture of your family, like just a little. My yoga teacher says the little part of your home that gives you that, like, just yours. You know.
And and a lot of things you said. I mean, you know, really, when you think about it, like, a lot of things you're hitting home with, starting with the 10 minutes a day. I mean, really what you're doing, you're taking 10 minutes to breathe, to center. I was on a call last week with Susan Taylor, and that's something she does in every call. She says, hey, she has us all as a group, and, you know, it's at least 100 of us on the Zoom, and it's probably, you know, thousands on the Facebook Live where they're simulcasting, and we're spending a couple of minutes meditating. All these people taking just to breathe. And in those moments, you're breathing. And if you think about life, sometimes we're taking breaths, but are we breathing? Like, we're really on the go. We're running. We have this thing to do. We have that thing to do. But we need a couple of minutes, just a couple of minutes. And we're 10 minutes. That 10 minutes you invest in taking a moment to breathe will help you with the rest of your day. So I think that's very, very important thing that you're putting forward here. That meditation, taking a moment to really just take a minute, and you know, shout out to my wife. Like, every morning she gets out the bed, and I'm not as good as she is, and I wish I was. I'm working on it. She prays every single morning. Every single time she gets out of bed, that's what she does. And, you know, sometimes I'm like, wow. And, you know, I'll try to, you know, join in a couple of days, and then I'll jump up like, I got to do all these things. But she makes sure that she does that. So that's something, you know, just like a tip for those, like, she takes that moment as well. So, you know, and then the other thing you said was journaling. I mean, I got my book here. Like, here it is. I did a brainstorm of like everything. Once COVID hit, I'm like, so I need to reprioritize everything that I should be doing. I had a list already, and I took that list, put it in the book. I started ranking everything and figuring out, and I whittled it down to like 6 or 7 things that I say in the next 2 or 3 months I'm working on. And that helped focus me. So, and I need those things so I can know every day I'm going in the right direction. And that's something that I personally need to know, so I don't feel freaked out and say, am I just, running in circles? And so it's helped me just level set during this time to make sure that I'm doing the right thing. I'm heading in the right direction.